Here's your new tip of the day. When you see somebody on social media telling you how they're going to make you money, they're lying. I'm going to give you a secret that all successful people know. When you have a great idea, when you have a way to make lots of money, the number one thing you are not going to do is sell that idea, sell that service, sell that approach to anybody else. You're going to use it for yourself. You're going to start your own company. You're going to start your own LLC, whatever it may be, and take that and make money for yourself. Let me just give you some common sense information here. When somebody's selling their idea, shoes, drop shipping, whatever it may be, to you, and they're selling it to other people, you know what they're doing besides lining their pockets? They're creating competition for you. Now there's 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 people doing the exact same thing as you. And you know what they call somebody that goes into a business where there's unlimited number of people that you already know are doing the exact same thing as you? They call them stupid. Don't do it. Do not send your money to anybody online who's just telling you how they're going to make you rich. If they were really that good, they would be making themselves rich and not sharing it. So save your money. Figure it out. Do it right.
When I see Mark Cuban comments, it had me thinking more like the M 500s, the Earn Your Leisure guys. You know, that's what I was thinking about.
Right, right. And then I was saying that I was basically saying that, yeah, most of what Mark Cuban was saying was BS, and that school still being as relevant as it is today is proof of that.
I don't think did he talk about school on there?
No, he did. He didn't
okay.
say, you know, he didn't reference anything in particular, because he, like you said, like what you was kind of talking about was like the Earn Your Leisure guys and the guys that selling courses. So he
Right.
didn't reference one or the other, you know.
Right.
But I think
He
that,
like if you find following somebody online and they telling you they gonna get you rich, that right there would that put a lot of people under that umbrella, in my opinion. Damn, man, these jokers still don't got no 93 gas. Oh yeah, this pump gas.
yeah, but I mean, school pretty much does the same thing though.
And that's what I was like. I beg to differ because I feel that it depends on what you're talking about in school, right? Like the fundamentals of like math, science, and stuff like that. That's all. That's still all. You know, you need that. You need that to even have that conversation to know skills just about anything. You know.
Yeah, but you don't have to go to school to get that. You could go work at Walmart
I
and
mean,
learn how to do
nah,
math
nah,
and read and write.
nah. You could
You're
good
saying
like
the
so like
only way to
elementary stuff.
acquire that information is to go to school?
I didn't say that. Well, what I am saying is that most people don't have time to teach their children because they so busy in the rat race. You see what I'm saying? So if we had a designated like family member that was like, hey, she had to learn, so we know that she learning the children right. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody that's gonna be doing it good, and then that's why I'm saying like I hear what you're saying about school is it got to BS. Now when you start talking about history and stuff like that, that's where you're getting the BS involved because it's like levels to the different games that they got going. You gotta be able to know your ABCs, one, two, threes, because like you said in your example, somebody can go work at McDonald's or Walmart, right? But then Walmart would just tell you, yeah, just hit that button and that's gonna do the math for you. You don't know what's going on. You just following blindly. But the ability to think for yourself, that's something that you're gonna get from school. Cause like school
No,
ain't gonna
hell no.
guarantee.
No.
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people who are straight. School teaches you that school doesn't train you to be an entrepreneur, and that's what thinking for yourself is at the core. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying.
School.
You gotta have the foundation. Uh you gotta have the foundation to even have the entrepreneur. Nobody's just born an entrepreneur. You gotta
I
already know
mean,
like
I mean,
tactics.
what? Well, no, I think that I don't think that's true. I think that you could really, if you started out okay, and you didn't go to school, you never went to school, but you were raised up in the family business. So let's say, Pop showed you the whole t-shirt game. He showed you where to get the shirts from, how to sell them, how to add and subtract so that you see what your profit is and all that. So he shows you the whole game. You could that with that skill set, you could take that and apply it to whatever you want. You don't need school to be an entrepreneur. School is really designed for you to work for a big company. It really teaches you how to take orders and really how to not think for yourself, but just regurgitate and reference information that you already kind of came across. You know what I'm saying? I think the independent thinking aspect of it is something that's either in you or it's something that you learn from your experiences, outside of school. I don't think really school really teaches. It's big on critical thinking. But this what I was saying though is that I wasn't saying that school is mostly BS. You know what I'm saying? I was saying that what Mark is saying is is uh is not true, and that school, the relevance of school is the proof of that.
I was basically saying Mark didn't say that. Mark didn't bring in the school aspect. But go
Right,
back what
right.
you said.
He didn't say he didn't right. I'm not saying he said that, but I'm saying that what he said is disproven by how relevant school still is and how important it still is for a lot of people.
So you use the example about my pops giving me the game with the t-shirt business, and that's why between him and my mom, I got my entrepreneurship from. So,
Mm-hmm.
but on top of that, me going to school, being exposed to other theories, other ideas, it it took me to a place that I don't think that either one of them could be.
Okay.
So my parents weren't big on like teaching about credit, and like whenever the term credit came up, it was always looked upon like a bad thing. Like, don't you talk about them down credit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that on my own. You see what I'm saying? And I was around people at school that I probably wouldn't have to learn that stuff around because they would be telling me about it. So it's not just like the curriculum, it's like if you're not in a good environment to be learning around other people, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't think there's nothing else that, let's say like school is an outdated model. I'll give you that. But we don't have nothing else to replace it. That's better.
Yeah, but this what I'm saying, right? Is that I'm not discrediting the advantages of going to school. I do think that a lot of times when you talk about the issues, when people talk about the issues with, the traditional academic structure, that a lot of times it's like, okay, well, the alternative is basically nothing. So it's not like, okay, well,
Right.
school and then versus this type of situation, and maybe this would be a better situation. It's usually okay, school or nothing. So it's like either
Right.
you learning how to read and write, or you just a complete dummy and you're not doing nothing with your time other than fucking playing video games and watching cartoons. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
but the what I was saying in the message that you sent me, right, which I think you still don't fully understand, is that what Mark Cuban was saying about nobody will teach you, anybody who knows how to get money is not going to sell it to you in a course, basically, or
Well,
charge you a
I don't even think he
mentorship.
said that. I don't even think he said that. I think that he was overwhelmingly talking about the big hustles that's going on online, especially from the pandemic time frame up to now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
So
he.
like,
Go ahead.
and I'm not saying what he's saying is 100% accurate. I just thought that what he's saying, he's a billionaire telling this one thing. It's not like niggas on the come up like him 500 and all them other little jokers, Jay Morrison, you know, and not to knock their hustle, but I can see it's a hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of, we don't know, but I know Mark Cuban is a real billionaire.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, Mark Cuban is a well, I don't really know what the fuck he is, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
He is a billionaire. That nigga
Yeah,
got bread, dog.
yeah,
We knew who he
okay,
was before Shark Tank.
listen. What I'm saying is I don't know what he is personally. I haven't, Mark Cuban didn't send me his checking account balance. I don't know what he owns pieces of and how much of it he owns and how much it's worth. I really don't know that. Now, am I saying that to say I think Mark Cuban is lying about being a billionaire? No, I'm not. All I'm saying is that at the end of the day, I really don't know what Mark Cuban got. And really, honestly, regardless of how much money you have, if you say something to me that doesn't make sense, it really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really
Right.
doesn't matter, because I'm like, okay, well, yeah, you're saying that, but if I've seen people pay for a course or go to school, or get a part of some kind of organization and then get successful, then I know that what you're saying is bullshit. Because information is one of the biggest, most traded commodities we have on this planet. So for you to sit back in your big billionaire hours and say that, oh, hey, anybody that knows how to get rich would never, sell you that information. Why would they do that? They just they just sit back and get rich, right? Well, Mr. Mark.
But that's true though, bro. That's true. Like, so what he's saying, like, I remember, if I remember correctly, he said if you have a idea that's gonna make you a lot of money, why would you sell that idea? I think you're confusing selling the idea with teaching people the game. Because even when he said that, look, right now, I'm taking this car for Turo, right? And I found out about Turo from niggas online teaching the game. And the part that resonated with me is like, yeah, what they're doing is they're setting up you to have hundreds upon thousands of competitors, and which is true. That part is true.
I mean, but okay, it's true, but they still giving you the game for free and you making money off of it. So how does that make more sense? Like we going off of the logic, like, okay, well, it's all have to make sense. Well, what makes sense for you at a certain moment in time may not make sense for Mark Cuban, the billionaire, at a certain moment in time. Like, people don't just do shit that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Or else we be in we live in a utopia.
All right.
Sorry, I don't understand. I'm not talking to you. Siri hopping in our conversation.
All right. They ain't sharing us how the algorithm with Siri. That's for damn sure. But I guess to sum it all up, each message is gonna be received different by whoever the receiver is. You know what I'm saying? So some shit that Mark said can resonate with a bunch of people, and then some people it won't. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's like, I watch him on Shark Tank and I've seen him say stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's just like, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? But yeah, but see, and that's why I sent you the Ross message, because what Ross said was like, hey, any information that I get from anywhere that beneficial, I'ma take it. If I can use it to become more successful, I'm gonna take that information and I'm gonna apply it. And that's really, because really the truth of the matter is, I see it's just like you said. I mean, you made a great point. The information that you got for Turo was free. It's so much free information out there that you can take and apply and make money off of and really get rich off of. For real deal, get rich off of. Most people don't even use it at all. They too busy watching the dumb shit on Instagram. The dumb shit on YouTube. They're too busy being entertained by nonsense. But people like you and me, and people who trying to make something happen, you see that all of this information is out there, and you can really just dig through all of the free information to find out what you need. But if you really want to take it to the next level and really want to dig into it, then hey, you start paying for some of it and see what you get.
I ain't never paid, so
Yeah. Right.
Have you paid?
Have I paid for information?
Have you paid? No. Have you paid for any of these courses?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, Rick Ross was talking about giving information. Mark Cuban was talking about buying courses online.
But I mean, to me, it's really like one and the same. You know what I'm saying? Because if I got one piece of, if I say, hey, Icy, sign
Are
up.
you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Free is free.
Huh?
Free is free.
Yeah, free is free, right? But if I say, hey, I got a course, right? So boom, the course $1,000. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yeah, I've been getting all this free information and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but with this will help you get to where you're trying to go a lot faster. Okay, boom. You sign up with the course. In the course, you get I give you a lot of information. Maybe it's 5 hours worth of information. But within that 5 hours, it was maybe only one or two things that really caught your attention and stuck out to you. And because of that, you was able to make back, maybe double the amount that you're doing on Turo right now with this information that I gave you. So that $1,000 you spent, you made back and some within like the next 30 days or the next month. I'm sorry, the next 30 days to 2 months. At that point, is it worth it?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, even though like me, like I don't run out and buy courses because like, I'm like you, I'm like, shit, it's so much free information out there. Let me dig through all of this. And then if I really feel like you have something that I really need, then okay, I'll pay for it. I don't mind paying for it. But what I do know is that it's so much free information out there that the reason that most people are buying these courses is because they not even applying the free information. You really want somebody to do it for you. You really ain't putting no work in. You really scared to get out here and bump your head.
Yeah.
So I know that the courses are in general for a certain type of person that really isn't gonna make a move. They okay with sitting back, watching courses and feeling like they doing something. But I know, me and you know, that the rubber don't really hit the road, until you start to apply that information and try to make something happen.
I was thinking about something when you was talking about school versus paying online for other niggas at school. School has a proven track record with a lot of successful people. You know what I'm saying? That was primarily one of their biggest things of how they was able to keep that game going. Like any successful person, not all, but a good percentage of them, they all went to some school. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So